fattest, if you will, part of the housing pyramid is the demand for middle-income housing. Those are the folks in America who rent. So as far as the challenge goes, or the demand for the housing that we're producing, we see it as, if you will, infinite. That will never meet the need in terms of the 35 to 40 million rental apartment units in this country. The demand is something that I don't think we'll ever catch up to. And the reality is that the majority of rental housing in this country, something like 80%, was built over 30 years ago and is in need of rehab. In terms of challenges, we're happy to say that we work in focus markets where we understand the nuances of those specific markets. So I think it's both art and science to know when you're doing a rehab to an apartment community, what's the level you're going to rehab to. Obviously, part of it that's the science is there's a certain rent you think you can achieve in that marketplace, and therefore it allows you to make a certain amount, spend a certain amount of money on that apartment community to achieve that rent. But at least from our perspective, real estate's a long-term business, and we don't want to make improvements that are going to wear out after one tenant. We want to make improvements that are going to have value to that tenant, the next tenant, and to the person we ultimately sell the apartment community to. And so what's the right level of improvements you're going to make that you're going to get paid for, that create value, and not going to wear out? Because we have if you will, an attitude towards our tenancy that we want to give them the best housing we can. Sometimes there can be an attitude in the market that we're only going to improve it so much because that's the market where we are. And we think sometimes we can achieve rents by treating tenants better, by giving them better improvements, that we can achieve better rents in that particular market by giving them a better rental home to live in. The challenge on every deal is what's that nuance on that particular property, and that's even within the same market, two different properties within the same market. There's always that nuance about don't spend too much, but don't spend too little. What's the right value for the particular market?